wish you all the best for celebrating this Khanij Divas and March 1st, which is the 70th year. I think the similarities between the Department of Mines and Geology in the state governments is as that of the IBM and GSI. So IBM was having a merge with earlier GSI, similar to the state governments also had with GSI. I mean, in the sense, exploration wing was there. We were guiding the revenue department, who were granting authorities till 75. So ours was Hyderabad State Geological Survey was a department earlier, as was with IBM, who were there with GSI. So we got separated in 1975. The regulatory functions have been given with us from 1975. I think it was much earlier. The IBM got independence after 1947. So in 1948 they got the independence and they were able to really implement or create the policies for Government of India. Since then, as Prem Singh sir was telling, there were certain revolutions that were taken up earlier in their generation, which paved the way for the next generation also to take off from the platform. It is one thing I'll normally in every meeting I tell, the family administration is the extension of our office administration, or rather office administration is the extension of the family administration. Your HOD in your office, RCOM or COM or Controller General, and the entire family members are your employees. So there, if you really compare with the family, as head of the family, you have different minds of your wife, your children, they have different ways of thinking. And then every parent would like to really create a platform for the next generation to really take off in a better way. So the elders who have been retiring or have retired already, they really created the strong base for the next generation, and they really bless us to take off in a proper manner, and they feel proud once the next generation is working as per the expectations required, and then they feel very, great also that we have created this and our next generation is taking off. I think the trend will go on because the next generation will have to keep the pace along with the trends that are there and required by the society. So earlier, some of the officers were telling that there was 17 strength, now it has been 30. I think this is also in pace with the requirement because now we need the MTS, we need the remote sensing. So the technological improvement is more than the human resource that is to be involved. So that means half the personality or half the strength is good enough to really take care of the IT implementation, which is the order of the day now. I think we are definitely keeping in pace. I think for the past 2 years, when the MMDR 2015 came into place, I think things have been changed drastically, including your triggers that are on to the state government. You create policies extending to the Government of India, IBM, and then make us as scapegoats, all the state governments, to really having the BISAC in place and IBM in place and the Ministry of Mines in place. To be, on a later vein, my wife is also working as scientist with NRSC, so she also looks after my illegal mining in the state government. Helping the IBM and Ministry of Mines. So in a later vein, I am telling this. But really, the blessings of elders are always there, either at home as a family member or at office, because everybody will have the news of their own department, of their own colleagues who are working for the organization as a team, because it's a teamwork, one has to work. Every attender onwards, till the PA, till the HOD, everybody is important in their own place. If they don't have the cohesion of working style in a line function, I think these things will not happen like this, and definitely things are taking better shape. And I would also mention that people always the media and the papers, they criticize the government. But I think the best part is done, or voluminous work is done only by the government. The courts will only interfere in one or two issues and they give some judgments. That's not all. I think all the welfare measures onwards, whether it is mining or social work department or defense, any other thing, I think mammoth work is done by the government because of the system the public is enjoying. I think I really salute the government officers, and mainly when we are in the bad phase of a black paint which has been painted by the public with regard to mines area, I think government of India is really doing exceedingly well to guide the state governments, and IBM definitely is contributing their might to really guide the government of India and helping them, in turn helping the state governments with a guiding force. I really thank them, and this Khanish Divas definitely, it will have a far reaching better effects for the mining industry, and then IBM will have to really grow up and up to really have an umbrella shade for state governments with the help of Ministry of Mines. Thank you very much.